Okay, welcome to today's Inside Real Estate Success webinar. Can somebody please let me know you can hear me? As usual, you can ask any questions you want to ask in the question box. These sessions are always recorded. You can find them in the YouTube playlist, which we regularly broadcast out via the chat system in your dashboard or through the Facebook groups. We always post all these replays. And at this point, well, we've got about 256 of these videos sitting here going all the way, way back into like 2014 and 15. And I would say the last 50 or so, myself and Annalisa, we've finally gotten pretty good at these things. So I think the content's pretty good if you have time to catch up. We've got a lot of different topics on these sessions. If this is one of your first ones here, just know that generally we have a main topic of discussion, and at the end, you're welcome to just ask any questions you might have about anything related to any of our products and services here at Inside Real Estate. Now, today, what I wanted to do, if somebody could just say, yes, Ryan, I can hear you, that'll help to make sure I'm not talking to myself. But what I wanted to do originally was a basic session on Instagram, an Instagram basic session. And I personally don't use Instagram. My daughter uses it all the time. I go on there and look at her stuff, and I see what some other realtors are doing. But Annalisa, who is usually on these sessions, is sort of more familiar and was going to do a basics sort of training, but she was not able to make it. Something happened this morning. She's not able to make it last minute. So I'm tweaking the content of today's webinar slightly, and we're just going to focus on what I do know, and that is how to run pay-per-click ads. I'm going to kind of do a little workshop where we walk through creation of a pay-per-click ad placed specifically on Instagram. So it might be kind of a shorter session, but I think you'll get a little tidbit here, and maybe we can practice running a few ads from the Facebook dashboard, which is what we'll use for Instagram. Along those lines, I do want to mention before we dig in on that particular train of thought, I want to just point out that earlier this week I added a course to the Learning Portal, and the Learning Portal can be found inside of your dashboard. So here I am in KV Core. It's Sustainable Conversion Plus. You'll see a link to the Learning Portal on the left side, and when you click that, it'll automatically log you in. And this is for those of you who don't know this yet. We have a nice library of stuff in here. We have KV Core Quick Start. We have a Conversion Quick Start. Depending on which system you're coming from, it'll show you those. We have a number of lead generation courses in here, and one of the course that I added earlier this week was the Facebook ads course. It has 33 videos so far, and one of the open loops in my head with this course is I wanted to have some content related to Instagram, so this fits in nicely today. Also fits in nicely as a follow-up to what we did on Tuesday, which was the webinar with Damian Hall that showed a lot of the organic approaches he's using to getting leads with Instagram. So do check out in the Learning Portal the Facebook ads course. It'll give you some of the basics behind what I'm going to show you today as we run ads on Instagram. It'll give you some of that background info and a lot of different ins and outs, specific campaigns and tips and tricks, the stuff we're doing here at Inside. We run a lot of Facebook ads for clients with our Done For You service in the advertising department, and you're going to see some examples of the stuff that's working in there. So thank you, Gene, for just letting me know you can hear me. I know it's not, I never participate on these webinars when I'm watching them, so I understand why none of you guys chime in, but it really does help to know that I'm not talking to nobody. All right, so let's do this. I'm not even gonna log into Instagram, but let's just mention a few things about why we would run an ad, why run a paid ad on Instagram versus organic posting. And I will reference Damien's webinar again about the organic posting, right? But one of the big reasons we would do this is because you're not able to, as far as you know, I'm pretty sure I'm right about this, you're not able to add links to organic posts on Instagram, but through the ads platform, you can link out to a page. If somebody wants to correct me on this, like I said, I kind of switched the topic here. I didn't have time. I was scrambling to change this up. But if somebody wants to like fill me in and educate me, true. But I think that's the case. Like in order to run an ad to a squeeze link on Conversion Plus or KV Core on your site, you're not gonna be able to do that directly within Instagram. A lot of times you'll have to use text codes or other methods. Where if you go into the Facebook ads dashboard and you place an ad specifically in Instagram, the link that you set with the ad will actually carry through. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons. Another reason is it's quicker for those of us that are lazier and we really just want the clicks from Instagram, but we don't really care about engaging there on the organic. It's quicker, it requires less content creation. So let's just leave it at that. those two. And last reason would be there's a lot of people on Insta, especially younger people, right? Not necessarily all younger people, but a lot of the younger generations coming up there. Another thing is real estate lends itself well. I see this pop up here. Don't go into Lab Coat Agents and watch him. He's done this twice already. He must be hosting watch parties at the same exact time I'm doing these. I'm going to PM him and tell him to stop. You see at the bottom right of my screen in Lab Coats, my notifications. So there's a lot of people on Insta, and real estate in particular lends itself well to Instagram because it's image based. So if we can put pictures, whether it's organic or pay-per-click ads, if we can put pictures directly inside of an ad on Instagram, it should get good engagement, especially if we have some juicy listings. I apologize, everybody, if the audio is bad. Let me see if I can do something about that. Right here. I'm going to change up the mic. Must be picking up some ambient noise. Okay, so there's some of the why. I'm going to now jump into the Facebook ads dashboard. And let's do, I got to grab an account. So I'll go into this account here. And I will say, if my sound breaks out, a lot of times, especially when using GoToWebinar in conjunction with the Facebook ads platform, it can happen where the sound will get, the browser doesn't like it. If my sound breaks in and out, just know that all this content will be available in a recording, and also this particular topic, posting Instagram ads via Facebook, will be in that Facebook course. So I apologize to you guys who are having a little bit of audio issues, but we'll definitely make sure the content is covered elsewhere. All right, so here we are in the ads dashboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of run you through the process of creating a Facebook ad, but set it so that it only places inside of Instagram. So I'm going to click create. And you can use, I believe you can use the lead generation objective, which is one of the most popular ones that we like to use, where it pre-fills a name, email, phone into a form on Instagram. And you can run that in Instagram and Facebook. So I'm going to choose that objective. Just know that you can do that on with the traffic objective, the engagement objective, and the video views as well. But let's just try one of these lead generation ads right here. So lead generation Instagram demo. And the campaign name is going to be anything you want to choose. Click continue. Now, the next thing you're going to see once this page loads is going to give you the option. You have to link your ad to a specific Facebook page. And it'll also give you the option to link the ad to a specific Instagram account. So a good point to make there is that if you haven't already linked an Instagram account to your Facebook account, then you can do so from, let's see here. You can do so from the main business settings page for the business account manager. I'll show you that in a second. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find the page name, but I'm connected to a lot of different ones, so I had to do that. So I found the Facebook page I want to use. Next, we'll choose our targeting options. I'm just going to pick a specific city. I mentioned this a lot in the course. Facebook is getting rid of a lot of the specific zip code and other demographic targeting for realtors. So what I've been personally doing, and the course takes you through this, is setting really broad audiences and then retargeting people, building custom audiences so I can retarget people who've already come to my site. So I'm basically going to leave this only at St. Pete, Florida. I'm going to leave the ages wide open, no other targeting right here. Okay. Then I'm going to set my daily budget. We'll start with something small. With lead ad forms, generally you're going to pay between at least $3 a lead, but a lot of times lately I'm seeing $3 to about $8 a lead. And I want to make sure my daily budget is set at the higher end of that to make sure I at least get one lead a day. So I'll just start with $8 a lead. Click continue. And I skipped, of course, the most important part the punchline of what we're doing today. I went too fast, but over here on the left side, you see how we set the campaign first. We had the ad set and we had the ad, and my eyes went right over the placements. And this is the important thing that we're doing today, is we're going to edit our placements, and we're going to uncheck everything except for Instagram. So there we go. I unchecked Facebook. It unchecked everything else for me, and it left Instagram, and it'll show both in Instagram feeds and Instagram stories. So that's sort of the thing. If you only want to be on Instagram, that's how to do it. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do, let me continue through here to the ad. And I've been having interesting success. I wanted to show you guys this with a native feature with Facebook ads, with video slideshow templates that they have. So when you scroll down and you go to create it, it gives you this option. You have the carousel versus single image or video. I've been choosing video, and I've been choosing media, video slideshow, and then clicking use templates. Okay, and please, I'm forgetting this. See up here where it asks if I wanted to assign an Instagram account. I don't have an Instagram account linked of my own, so it'll just use the page. Just know that if you go up to the little business settings up at the top right of your Facebook account, you can actually go into your business account settings and link an Instagram account. It's pretty easy to do. You can Google, but just keep that in mind. You can show the ad running off your Instagram account or the Facebook account. So here I am in the video slideshow media, and I've been using templates and getting really nice results, and it creates a nice little video ad. So I'm kind of going to walk you through that, and I've noticed that these are doing really well on Instagram too, which makes sense because Instagram is very visual based, short videos, striking pictures. So this video slideshow template seems to be playing really nice there, and I'm going to click the use templates button to do so. So click use templates, and then they're going to give you this sort of nice group of options right here. And I like to pick either this one right here with the little Christmas tree looking thing and a coffee mug, or this one I've used recently as well. Right here it says featuring an image. Let's use this one because it's shorter and I've used it more, and I don't want to mess up because we're doing this live. So I'm going to do showcase a square image. And you see on the right side how it kind of shows you, it puts a logo up there. It says headline here and call to action, right? It kind of gives you a preview of what the quick little video is going to look like. So let me go down. I'm going to click use template. And then I'm going to walk through the different steps here. And it's pretty self-explanatory, but it just takes kind of a minute to get used to. Now for the background, you can use a solid color, but I've been using images because it is real estate. So what I've been doing is using images that are interior shots of living rooms, kitchens. I have this ad for Fixer Uppers that I've been heavily relying on. That's got like this moldy looking bathroom, like this really ugly looking moldy bathroom image. But I'm just going to grab something here. Let's see, one that's already in our library. And of course, you can upload your own image too. So if you have a specific listing that you're promoting, naturally you would do that, right? So there's a nice background of the kitchen. Let me be a little anal. Let me pick a better image. Just bear with me. There's a reason why I was kind of hoping to do an example of a luxury ad. But maybe I'll switch up the idea here. All right, bear with me, guys. I'll leave this one here. Come up with a different angle. Okay, so that's the background. For fixer-uppers, I put a moldy thing. For luxury, I put like a really nice interior, new construction. This might work for, if you're doing golf course homes, you would put a picture of a golf course. I think you get it. And then it says add a logo or a small image. You can add your logo. I've been having a little fun with this. I have this clip art arrow I've been using. I have this picture of this like snobby looking guy with a thumbnail. Like here, let's see if I can find it. Snobby looking rich. Let's see. This this guy, it's like a stock photo. I've been putting him in a few ads. It's actually, those ads are doing well. I don't know if it has anything to do with this guy or not, but let's put him in there. We'll have a little fun, right? I think in general, you see up at, it's going to replace the red spot up at the top right, and then I can make it large, and I can make it over to the left. I think in general, the reason that the ad that I'm doing with this is working well is because it's a picture of a person, and our eyes are drawn to pictures of people. So it looks like he's like passing judgment. So I'm running this with luxury ads. You could probably use any picture of a woman or guy with like a shocked face or one of those shocked baby faces, you know, like the winning meme of a baby or something, and get nice engagement that way. And so then for my headline, I'm going to do what I'm offering. So in this case, let's do luxury condos for sale. And you see it kind of types it in white right there. And then the background color, I've been using red a lot. And when you hover over this little red right here, it doesn't choose it. It's a little it's a little hard to, like, it just doesn't work like you'd expect it to. It kind of fills the color in. What you have to do is slide in on this little bottom piece right here, and then it'll change the color for you. And you click confirm. And then for my call to action, I've been using see the list now and going with like a different background color. I really don't think the colors you choose here really are going to make all that much difference. Just personal preference of mine. I know that Facebook is all blue and that red sticks out, so that's kind of why I've been doing that. A good question Alejandro is asking, does it need to be fair use? Yeah, it should be. I kind of do this quick, and you can search Creative Commons inside of the Google image search. So a lot of times I'll go tools, usage rights, and then label for non-commercial use. But I mean, yeah, it should be fair use. I don't think that it being inside of Facebook's platform embedded in a video, it would be very hard for somebody to find. I'm not telling you to steal it, but it's not something in this particular example that I'm crazy worried about, you know, getting in trouble for, if that makes sense. But yes, only use stuff that's fair use. For the purposes of demo, I'm just doing it as fast and grabbing what I can. So here's the preview of what my little image is going to look like, my little video. We know that Facebook and Instagram both like video. So it's going to create this image for me. What's cool, I just figured this out this morning, is that once you make one of these videos once, you can reuse it. So if you make one for luxury, you make one for fixer-uppers, and you keep it generic, like the message in the text, you can always go back later when you're doing video ads and just grab that video for an ad. So if you want to run like a fixer-upper ad in multiple cities, leave the name of the city out, and then you can kind of just keep reusing that for different markets, especially those of you who are running traffic for multiple agents in your office, or you're a lender and you're running it for an agent partner or something like that. Just a handy little tip. You can reuse these, so keep it generic, the messaging. And then it gives you this little preview of what it's going to look like on Instagram. And on Instagram, it gives this little, it might be small on your screen. You see this little blue, it says sign up right under the picture. I can change that and it'll be, I like to use learn more. Okay, so next part is to actually write the text around this. I'll share with you guys my typical sort of template for writing these, what I call niche focused search ads, where we drive traffic to a list of properties. If you took the course in the learning portal, there's a course in here that talks about social posting. I go through a lot of the creation of these links and getting free traffic. It's very similar, except in this case, we're just going to pay for a click to the same link. So I'm going to do luxury condos in Pinellas County, Florida. And then my template is priced from low range to high range. And the way that I get that number is I go to my site and I create the link. So I'm just going to do it from the front end here. There is the squeeze link functionality. You can build squeeze links from Katie Corn conversion. In the interest of time, I'm just going to run a search here for this just to kind of get the link and complete running our ad. So my quick search is going to be Pinellas condos, and then we're going to pick a minimum price because I'm doing luxury. I'm going to do condos over 500,000, which is going to be the high end in my particular market here. And then it gives me, this is a Conversion Plus site. It gives me this grid view. I'm going to sort by price lowest to highest. I like to show list view, even though it'll probably show the same on most mobile devices. And I got my price low and my price high. I like to check what the highest is. It's 4.2 million. And these are the numbers that I like to fill into the creative in the ad. So I'll do priced from 500,000 to, what was that, 2.9 million? Forgetting already. 4.2 million. All right, to 4.2 million, like that. Luxury condos in Pinellas County priced from 500,000 to 4.2 million. Luxury Pinellas County condos is sort of the headline it'll show. And yeah, I was wondering if that would happen. On Instagram, it actually doesn't show that big headline that would normally show in Facebook, I guess. It's a little bit of a different thing. The link is not applicable. So luxury counties in Pinellas County. I've also been adding emoticons to my ads. In the Facebook ads course, I have a link of these different sites you can go to get these little symbols to put in your ad. I'll just go grab one now to spice this up a little. So let's choose this little hand one. Okay. The hand one probably was the in Facebook, a lot of times I'll point that hand over and it'll point to the button. In Instagram, it's a little bit different there. But let's not beat that too hard. And then the last thing with Instagram, and I'm gonna confess, I'm not a user of Instagram organically. I'm becoming more so. But hashtags are a big deal. So you do like Tampa, right, is a local city. St. Pete, Florida. Real estate, right? Things like that. So put some real estate related hashtags, condos, and those will actually show up in your ad, and then other people can find you by the hashtag, of course. Okay. Okay, so that's our finished product. It's an ad running specifically on Instagram. What's going to happen is people are going to click this ad and they're going to be taken over to the link on our site. But I added another layer of complexity here for you guys. Remember, we were doing a lead form ad where we're going to collect the name, email, phone directly inside of Facebook. So that's the last part, is I'm going to build out one of these lead ads right here. And I'm going to call this form Instagram demo. I've been turning off the intro in these. And we'll do Pinellas County condos as the headline. And then with lead ad forms, we can actually choose the fields that we want to collect. Okay, so first name, last name, email, phone number. If you choose those, you can choose those in order. They get ordered by the order you check the box in. So see over to the right, it's kind of creating the form. One of the benefits of doing these lead form ads, of course, is that you're going to get the phone number. Yeah, no problem, Barb. Barb's asking where I got the form. As you're creating the ad, there's the option. I'll show you in a second once I finish. It says, it kind of prompts you. It says build the lead form. So it's just right there on the ad creation page. But we'll see that again here in a second. I need to give it a privacy policy. Your privacy policy link can always be found at the very bottom of the page. So let me go back down here. At the very bottom, you'll see where it says privacy policy. It's just your URL /privacy.php. So I'll put that in there. And then our thank you screen, once it's done, it says, thanks, you're all set, your info has been set. I like to kind of change this a little and say, great, click to see the list. Always think about what the user is thinking as they go through your ads and your various funnels. Great, click to see the list. I leave this blank, I put some dashes in, and for the button, I put continue to the list, like that. And then the link is going to be the link to the properties on your site, right? The actual link from your browser with the list of properties, or the squeeze link that you create in the back end. So there we go. And well, basically what this will do is directly within Instagram, it'll grab the cell number and the name of the person that Facebook has on file for you. Just give me a second. This has happened a few times today where it saves and it gives me this error, but then I hit finish again and it saves. It's just a little Facebook wonkiness. So, and then the last thing I'll mention is, since a preview of your image will appear here, it'll take the preview from your actual video, and it'll pop it in there in the form. So to answer that question about where the form was, it's right after we wrote the body of our ad, right down in this section it says instant form, and we can just create a new form. We can also duplicate existing forms. One note about these, you can't edit them. So click confirm, and my ad is done. Now, the big thing I want to re-mention, the lead ads themselves are a little more complicated. I have a tutorial, like a 30-minute webinar recorded like this, that I explain exactly how those work. And that's the next part of this question. Ashley was asking me, where does the lead info go? It goes into Facebook, but if you want to tie it to your Conversion Plus or KV Core account, you're going to need to use Zapier with the lead ad forms, okay? And there is a video right in the specific examples that walks you through exactly how to do that step by step by step. It kind of walks you through what I just did and shows you how to tie it up with Zapier. If you're just getting started, the lead ad form is a little bit more advanced and a little bit more work to go through. You could have easily chosen a different campaign objective. I wanted to do the lead ad form just because it's more fun, but you could easily choose traffic and just send people straight to the URL. Everything else looks pretty much the same, but instead of making them fill out a form, it'll send them straight to the page on your website, and then the built-in lead capture on your website will take over and make people register. It's not making me do that because I'm already logged in, but the pop-up form that comes up on your website. So Ashley, yeah, the answer is yes, it can go to KV Core, but you need that Zapier bridge to do so. Now, I will mention at this point that if you use the Property Boost service or our Facebook buyer leads, which is accessible from the marketplace from your dashboard, this is for Conversion and KV Core. Our Property Boost, Core Property Boost, I'm a huge fan of it, will advertise listings for you using the exact process I just showed you. And it'll do it on Facebook and Instagram. So advertise a specific listing, it'll automatically shoot the leads into KV Core and Conversion without using Zapier, and so will our Facebook buyer advertising. Question, Ashley, saying, which did you see has more effect? I think you might be saying, which do you say has more effect? I like the lead generation ads, even though they're more work, because it pre-fills the cell number of the person, and especially with Instagram, which we're talking about, everybody using Instagram and Facebook for the most part is giving their actual cell number in order to create the account. You actually log in with your cell number in a lot of cases. So if you want real phone numbers, kind of what I'm showing you right now is the way to go. And if you want to isolate your promotions to Instagram, it's the way to go. Another thing I forgot to mention, if you're building an Instagram following and you want more engagement, right? This would be a good reason why you would focus your PPC, pay-per-click budget, specifically on Instagram, by choosing that placement in the Facebook Ads Builder versus running ads on Facebook too, because you're going to get all this exposure, people coming through, seeing your profile, and they can follow you or whatever the word is on Instagram. I'm embarrassed, I don't know. But yeah, I think they can follow you there. I will show you now in the business settings, which I kind of alluded to, where you can tie your Instagram account up. So give me a second here, it's loading up. And you'll see right over in the left side, it says Instagram accounts when you get into the main business settings, and you can add Instagram accounts that can be tied up. And then you can run your ads off of those Instagram accounts. So that's kind of it for the tutorial portion of today's webinar. Like I said, this was meant to have a little more structure, but I had to kind of think on my feet, and at least couldn't make it. So I figured that demo might be helpful for some of you guys. And also, if you need something slower, definitely go into the course in the learning portal with generating and converting Facebook ads. I go there, I chop all this down into little 5-minute videos and try to go into detail about a bunch of different scenarios and examples from basics to advanced in there. So, and we'll also have a module like this in there pretty soon. I'll break this down into a separate module, the Instagram specific stuff. Does anybody have any questions, any feedback? I got somebody who really heckled me and then left, said that I'm too fast and scattered and awful. So it's always good to get one of those. But and I'm used to it. But for the most part, yes, yeah. So for the most part, I think this went okay. Somebody's asking, where do we get the URL to watch this session? I'm going to drop the link to the doc live here for everybody watching live. I'm going to drop you that link here inside of GoToWebinar, but all of the webinars can be found. There's a link on that doc that'll bring you to the replays, but it's insiderealestate.com/webinars. I've been meaning to buy like insiderealestateWebinarReplays.com or something, because it's easier to say, and it'll just take you to the YouTube playlist. But if you ever need any content that you hear from us, just go into the portal, to your dashboard, and chat with us and just say, hey, where are those webinars at? Down here at the top bottom right. Just talk to our support team. They'll tell you right away where to go find them if you ever need them. All right, let's see. Any more questions? Yeah. All right. So another question is, how would you run a new construction list? It looks very, very, very similar to what I just showed you. All you're going to do differently is change the copy of your ad, and then you're just going to search for new construction on your site. You can build a squeeze link. So most of us have the option from the MLS. Let's see here, or maybe we don't, but I'll show you how to do it. If you don't have, oh, here it is, newly built should be the option. If you don't have newly built, right, see it says newly built, here's a general option. You can actually go by year built too. So if you're running a new construction, I think KB Core sites, you could do like 2015 plus, get away with it that way. So it was built in the last 2 years, 3, 4 years, wow. I think we may need to fix that. Can you ever embed downloadable lists? Ashley, I'm not sure about what you mean by that. Can you, I'm not sure what you mean by embed. I don't know where you'd want to embed them. And I have a few questions. Can you explain the Property Boost process to me? Yeah, basically what Property Boost does, there's a video in the marketplace, but it runs a lead ad form ad like I showed you, where it collects the information in stream, but it does it based on a specific property. So people are opting in to get information about a specific listing. One of the really cool things it does, though, in addition to generating you direct buyer leads around your listings, is it emails your seller client every day, I think it is, or at least once a week. I think it's every day. It emails them the traffic report, like how many people are seeing it on Facebook. So it's not only like this really cool way to get leads, get name, email, phone at a really affordable cost per lead. We're seeing anywhere from $3 to $6 a lead across the board. It also keeps you automatically in communication with your seller and gives you a nice hook and listing presentations and things like that. So here's like me signing up. You can do 1 week for $60 all the way up to 5 weeks to $240 on a listing. And usually it's within a day, the ad is live. and the leads are being shuttled directly into your account on those specific listings. So that's kind of the long and short answer of Property Boost, but we have some detailed videos there in Marketplace about it. List of homes. Good questions here, guys. Can you run Facebook and Instagram ads together and still get that video ad you created? Absolutely. You saw when I checked off placements and I checked only Facebook, just leave them all checked and it'll run on both channels, Facebook and Instagram at the same time for you, and it'll run that same video. Yep. Like list of homes, bibliography, curriculum of the past sessions. I went too fast on the URL. Sorry. Here, let me drop the link to the replays to everybody. i.insiderealestate.com/webinars. I had also dropped you guys all a link to the doc, and we have Annalisa has a nice curated list of all the sessions down at the bottom of that as well. Nietzsche's asking, can you provide a cheat sheet for getting the conversion code set up for Google AdWords? If you look in the retargeting class, I believe in the retargeting class inside of the learning portal, I have a course on retargeting, and I think I go into pasting conversion codes and things like that with Google Plus. But if you could, you can email me advertising@insiderealestate.com, and I can make sure I get that directly to you. Need to. Okay. David, sorry about the audio. The replay should play much better. As for the $3 microphone, I'll confess today I'm not in a location where I have my usual Blue Snowball mic, so that could be the culprit, could be my laptop. Apologize for that. I'm just using the native laptop microphone. But as I said, all this content will be duplicated inside of the Facebook ads course in nice little nuggeted sections right there. Do I recommend you have a business Instagram or use your personal account? I think whatever one you're going to post to more frequently. If you already have a following on your personal, maybe stick with that, and keep growing it. But if neither of them has grown up, and mature, yeah, definitely look at doing a business Instagram, especially if you want to eventually maybe sell your business down the road. It might make sense to have a separate business Instagram, just like you would have a separate business page for Facebook. But Barb, I'll confess, I'm not an Instagram expert. I just, was hoping to always over here. What would the price be to be able to run Instagram ads? I'm sorry, this question's getting cut off. We have details about our done for you services in the marketplace. We have a $250 a month service that'll run you on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for the questions, guys. And again, sorry about the audio. Okay, well, if that's good, I'll just remind you all, just definitely check out the learning portal for more context and details. I have about 30 videos or so in this Facebook ads course. It'll be growing over time. We'll get this replay live soon for you guys. And yeah, inside the marketplace, Stephen, that's what I'm talking about. It's $250 a month. It's the Facebook buyer lead service. It says Facebook buyer advertising, and that'll cover Instagram as well. We should probably mention that in that title now that I'm thinking about it. No problem, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you too. You're welcome. And advertising@insiderealestate.com is a good way to get me. Or you guys can always just use the support box, the bottom right of your dashboard. Just say you have a question for Ryan, and they'll get it right over to me. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll get the replay live. We'll be back Tuesday with definitely better audio. I'll make sure I always bring my Snowball mic, and Annalisa should be back too. Mahalo, Stephen.